Good morning, everyone. I am sorry I'm so late this morning. I kind of went down a rabbit hole this morning because today is Casing Tuesday number 500. I can't believe that we've gotten to number 500, and that is almost 10 years of casing cards. And it all started with my team member, Catalina Gonzalez. And it was not quite 10 years ago. She started off with deciding that she would take cards out of the catalog and case them for her blog. And she started out doing this, and she did this for almost a year before I started to realize this was really a thing for her. Like, she would do it every single week without helping anyone, without having a big time blog. She signed up as a demonstrator and she just started to case cards. And originally her premise was that to make it easy on herself, she picked cards that she had the stamp set for, and she literally copied the card out of the catalog to show everyone how to make the card. And I saw that she was casing, and I knew casing could be a lot more too. Like, I knew that we could like push ourselves and not only just like case the card exactly, but sometimes we could change things. Sometimes we could use a totally different bundle or a color scheme, and we just would use the bones of the card to case it. And so around card, so first of all, I want to show you one of Catalina's cards. I told you, I went down the rabbit hole. I went back, and Catalina's, I have to tell you, before I go on, Catalina passed away in 2020, so about 5 years ago. She had a brief battle with cancer. She was an amazing person. She lived in Texas, and I did get to meet her at one of the Stampin' Up! Events, which is one of the coolest things about being a team member, and just, you know, being able to connect with stamping people and go. I flew to a Stampin' Up! Event in Texas, close to where she lived, and she was able to come. And we had a great time at a Stampin' Up! Event together. We didn't know she had cancer, and she didn't know either. She had, she wasn't married. She didn't have kids, but she lived with her mother and took care of her mother, and her mother's health was failing. And so she was the caregiver. She had siblings, but she was the primary caregiver for her mother. And she poured all of her energy and love into her mom. And I think she ignored her health a little bit during that time. And her mom passed away in the fall, and Catalina died of cancer 6 months later. So this is her legacy of Casing Tuesday that we keep pushing forward. And I went through the archives. Her blog has since been deleted, but and I did try and find her old blog on there is this website where you can see websites that have been deleted, and I could find like her last blog post, but I couldn't find earlier ones. But then I found Pinterest, and she still does have her Pinterest up. So that was not deleted, so I was able to grab the oldest one that I could find. So let me see where it is. Okay, here we go. This is my team member Catalina, and we used to talk on the phone and talk stamping stuff. Stamping was her passion. This was the one thing, well, she probably did other things for herself, but this was the one creative thing that she did that made her heart sing. And so I just loved this for her. And we would talk on the phone, and we would try and figure out how to make Casing Tuesday bigger and better. And so this is Catalina's 27th card in. And so I thought that was so cool that I was able to find a card that she had done way back in the day. And so I hope she's smiling down at all of us right now and celebrating with us number 500. So let me not get teary-eyed because I don't know. Today my brain is all muddled, and that's part of the reason why I'm a little late today. Sorry, I need a tissue. Oh, man. I think nowadays when I have to remember things, like I think my brain gets all muddled and kind of stuck. I don't know if that's something that your brain does too, but it gets muddled and stuck, and I can't think and move forward very well. So apologies today that I'm like this. But later on, I joined her at card number 47. And so this was my card contribution for number 47. And that's when I started casing with her. And that's when we started alternating cards. I would pick a card, Catalina would pick a card. And I think we kept doing this for longer because there was the two of us, back and forth, back and forth. And we had done this a few months. And then I said to Catalina, you know what? We really should get like other people involved with this too. Not just me, not just you, because this is such a good thing. So in 2016, I think it was near the end of 2016, we started our Facebook group, the Casing Tuesday Facebook group. And so we invited people to come and join us and case cards with us. And then in 2017, we decided that we would add a design team to this component to make sure that each week we had at least a few cards being cased. And so this was just a way that we could bring everyone in. And so that is how the whole thing kind of got started. And we are at number 500. So we are having a bit of a giveaway on our Casing Tuesday website. So if you participate in the card challenge this week, we are giving away 2 prizes. One will be a random drawing from everyone that enters except for design team members and admin members. But everyone who enters, and if you're a demonstrator, you are welcome to. If you're a customer, a follower, anyone is welcome to enter. You just need to case the card that we are making today. So one prize is a random drawing, and the other prize is going to be picked, or the other card, top winner card, is going to be picked by our admin team. We are going to pick the card that we like the most. And it's not, we wanted to do a random drawing because we want everyone to participate, but we also wanted to pick the card that we love the most. And the fun thing today, I want to share with you, I think, how sometimes things just all come together. I made sure that I got to pick the 500 card because since I was closest to being the original team person that did this, I picked the card right out of the front of the mini catalog, and I thought that was kind of appropriate. It's kind of a celebration card, and I thought that it just kind of all came together. And it turns out that this card does make for kind of a fabulous layout too. Now, it's a very subtle card when you look at this card, but if you look at the sketch, it is a pretty easy sketch. You don't have to do the pocket, like the thing, that shape in the center that looks like a pocket. If you want, make it a rectangle or make it a different shape. Mine's slightly different than that. I used a different die. That's all good. You can choose, you just kind of make it look a little bit like the sketch so that we have some bearings on your card. And join us over on the Casing Tuesday Facebook group. If you don't know where that is, look down below. Where's my finger? Down below in the description of the video, and you will find the link to our Casing Tuesday group, and you'll be able to join in this week. Cards for this challenge need to be entered by Sunday at midnight. That is the cutoff, and then we will do the drawing and the selection of the card on Monday. So we will announce the winners next week. So this is Casing Tuesday, and another reason I was late this morning, I feel like a little bit of a dingbat this morning. I cased my card. I was so proud of it, and then I went to go look it up because it had a yellow dot on it, and I realized that only part of the bundle I used was still available because it was an online exclusive. So I used let me grab it because I've forgotten the name of it. The Filled with Fun bundle. This one right here, the stamp set's no longer available. So I decided not to demo this card, and I decided to make a new card this morning. The dies for this are still available, and they are on sale. So I will show you the card that we would have made had the stamp set still been available. This one, I made this one last night. I think it's kind of fun, and then I did little balloons on the inside, which would have been really cool to do today, of course, but no. Why can things not be easy? It's hard to keep track of things anymore because I think Stampin' Up! Puts retires online exclusives every 2 months. Not all of them, but a selection of them. And anymore, I have to kind of double check probably before I make a card, right? Okay, so this is the card that I ended up making, and I love this one too. This one is with the labeled with love, and I didn't use, there's a matching punch or dies that cut out this shape down here. You can choose either the die set or the punch set if you get the bundle. And I didn't use the punch today. I did use the Countryside Corners dies to make these labels, which kind of look like the pockets on the original card. So I love that. And then I did the inside, which afterwards I thought I really like the inside of my card almost better than the outside, but that way it would be like a Casing Tuesday. So I did like this. I'm going to show you how I made this card. We'll do that just now. I do want to do some housekeeping stuff before we get started, though. So if you are planning on placing an order this month, it's February, it's celebration, it's a good time to order. We've got just about 10 days left of celebration. If you are ordering from me and you're spending $50, maybe you're spending $60 to get a celebration, make sure you use my host code, and no, that's not it. I will be sending you a package of party dots next month in March, because this is my gift of the month for spending $50 or more. Must use the host code, and I will be sending those out mid-March. So if you spend increments of $60, though, you will get a reward from Stampin' Up! When you are checking out a celebration reward. There were new items added at the beginning of the month, so check those out. If you have the celebration brochure, there's more items available. So it's a really good time of year to place an order. And the best deal of it all would be the starter kit. And the starter kit special, you get to pick 2 packages of markers and $125 worth of product for only $99. Or you can, if you don't like markers, you can choose $155 worth of product for only $99. So starter kit's always the best deal in the catalog. And I remember with Catalina, like that was her passion. That was her hobby. And that made her happy, and I loved having her on my team, and that we could, collaborate together with this Casing Tuesday thing. It was a really neat thing, and I love my team members, because those team members that participate in the team stamping or my team meetings, or they just reach out to me. Sometimes I have phone conversations with them. Those team members I get to know a lot better than I probably possibly could a customer, just because we have more interactions and more things to talk about stamping wise. So that is one of the cool things also about being a team member. Okay, I think it's time to do some stamping. I'm so glad you're all here today celebrating number 500 with me. It's almost 10 years of casing cards, about maybe a little less than 9 years for me casing cards. Let me think. I was back in, when did I do my first card? I did my first card in June 2016. So I'm about under 10 years, and I guess if we do the math, it's about 9.5 years. So you know, I'm getting close to. I'm probably about 8 years in of casing cards. So that no, maybe a bit more, 8.5 years of casing cards. So that's pretty cool. And I think one of the things for me that really has been great all along, and why I do this, is because I don't have to reinvent the wheel each week. We have a card that we are copying, and that's what makes it easier. This is such a great exercise, it's such a great way to train your brain to create cards. And you know, you're not copying exactly, you're copying and using the supplies that you have, and you probably don't always have all the supplies that the original card called for. So it is so good. And when you have that sketch that we create for you, Yolanda, she does, I should do some shout outs. Yolanda does our sketches each week, and Lori Service does our admin, like she does all the accepting of people joining our group. She does a lot of the admin banners and stuff like that. So it takes a team of us, and then we have our design team that puts cards out each week too, which it kind of just helps with the flow of things, because we know we have a group of us that are going to do the card each week, and so it's just kind of nice to have that group of us that is there on a weekly basis, and those people, those design team members, they get to know what cards we're doing in advance, so that they can, you know, prep in advance like I do. All right, let's get started. Let's case a card today, and let me zoom my camera in. There we go. All right. Okay, we're gonna need, let's start off by die cutting. We're gonna need our we're going to make the pocket first. This is the card we're making. And we're going to make this little pocket. And, you know, on my other card, too, where did I put this other card? I did the same pocket. It is basically, it's basically the same card, but I just did a little something different. So see how easy that was to do? Just to kind of translate it over. Okay, let's get my mini machine. And we'll grab our plates. Sorry, it sounds like I'm loading lots of tools. I love using the mini machine on here because it like fits right under my camera so perfectly. Okay, this little white baby machine is a little tight, so I always use my light gray platform as my base platform, the number 3 platform, instead of the recommended number 1 platform. And oh my gosh, everything's upside down today. The number 4 platform is for embossing, so we don't need that one today. Putting the number 1 away because it is too tight for my machine. So if your machine is tight like mine, use number 3 and you will be happy. Okay, we are going to put one clear plate down. We're going to do the petunia one first. this is the die set we're using. It's called Countryside Corners. I'm going to use the second largest die, and we're going to run this through to create the pocket. Snap, crackle, pop. All right. So we've got number 1 here. And then we're going to scoot this over here. We're going to take a white piece and we'll grab the next size down, so the 3rd largest, and pop that on here. Stay. And then we'll put the clear plate on top and we'll run it through. All right. Okay. I think that is all the die cutting we are going to do today. So I'll pop this away. And I need my trimmer, which I have left somewhere. Here it is. The trimmer kind of like floats across the room. So what I want to do here is I want to create little pockets. So I'm going to line up my basic white piece at the 3-inch line and give it a cut. Okay. And this pocket is going to be at the 3.5-inch line. So 3 inches for the white and 3.5 inches for the petunia pop. And that way I have a nesting pocket. Okay, so let's stamp. We'll need a piece of scrap paper. Always cut some computer paper, printing paper in quarters. So I am ready for a little tiny piece of scrap paper. I want to see my sample here. Okay, we are going to stamp some flowers. And originally when I did this, I stamped the flowers first and then I did the leaves. It makes it a little crunchy. It's probably, this one is where I stamped the leaves first and the design's a little bit more spread out. But this is a little tighter here. So I don't know, I think I'm still going to keep that tight design. We're going to grab our petunia pop. And basically, we just want to start over on the left here and just start to stamp some flowers at the bottom here. Okay, just like that. And then we'll come in, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green because Granny Apple Green's a nice bright green. And these are the leaves that match this. And I just have to kind of turn it a little bit, just kind of see where everything goes. Okay. Now I do know in doing this, because I stamped them so close, I am going to be overlapping some of the leaves a bit. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I do want kind of a more crunched down design. Okay, there we go. So there is the bottom. It's very, very quick and easy to do this. Then we're going to grab our petunia pop again, and we're going to grab the butterfly, and I'm just going to stamp that right there. Stamping can be like really quick. I'm going to leave this out because I need my greeting, and I'm going to grab my butterfly, the solid one, and we're going to just stamp that like that. And then we're going to come in with the Just For You, and I'm going to do this on an angle just because. I'm doing angly today, which I normally don't do. All right, so then we're gonna glue this to this. Sometimes like these two-step stamps have always been a huge favorite of mine because it makes life so easy. You know, we don't have to color. It's just stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my card base. This card base is thick basic white, 11 by 4 1/4, score in half at the 5.5 inch mark. I'm going to fold this down. This is a piece of 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. This is the cute as can be paper. It is super, super cute. I've been using it a lot lately. It's good spring paper. Not all of it has hearts either. There are other patterns in here, so it's not just, it doesn't have to be just Valentine's-y. I guess there are lots of hearts, but this one, for instance, does not have any hearts. So there's lots of cool little fun patterns in this paper. And my team name is the Bee Stampers. So it kind of, I had to get the paper because it's very bee-like. So the bright paper is on the background, but I wanted a neutral pattern because I was stamping something busy. I don't like to do a busy pattern and then a busy focal point because it's really hard then for your eye to know where to look. So just having like one color in the paper makes this a lot more neutral, and it does give some interest to the background, but you still know where to look, right? That's the way I like to build my cards because it just makes sense to me. Okay, then we're just going to kind of center this. Yeah, about there. And then we are going to tie some ribbon. I'm bringing out my little ribbon tying platform. This is by a fellow demonstrator. Oh, and you guys probably are noticing my little ribbon holder. Tomorrow, I have already filmed the video. I have a project sheet. I will be sharing with you how I made these. And you will forever be happy to make them for your ribbon, so your ribbon will no longer come unraveled. So I have filmed the video. So this little guy, which I have been putting on my all my ribbons. It's just easy peasy. You can make as many as you want. Actually, the project sheet for this will have a way for you to make a whole bunch of these at one time. See how fun it is? Even you can roll this up. It doesn't cover up the label because this shifts around. So it's just nice and easy. Tomorrow the video will go live. And I don't know when I'm going to send out the project sheet. I probably will try and send it out a little sooner because it's just going to be nice to have. I'll still be doing a Friday project, but I'll have an extra video this week with my little tip on how to keep your ribbon from unraveling. And I just want to point out that I designed this. This is not copied from anywhere. I figured this out by myself. So I'm pretty proud of that. I had seen things like, you know, I went online to look if there was anything that could be used now, but there just still was nothing to buy out there that existed to, it seems, to keep ribbon from unraveling. And so there are some things called thread savers. I saw something that for wire, but neither of those types would work for ribbon. And so I just designed my own. So yeah, I'm very happy that I could figure that out. Okay, we're going to make the inside of the card. I'm going to show you how I made this. So this is just a piece of 4 1/4 by 4 3/4, and we need our scrap piece of paper. I'm going to turn this over. We're going to grab, we need all the 3 colors of ink pad: Daffodil Delight, Petunia Pop, and Granny Apple Green. I started off with the birthday greeting, and we've got this little frame right here. I like to write the person's name up the top, then have the greeting, and then have space to write more below, so I don't center my greeting on purpose. But since if you're stamping this card by yourself, like, or for yourself, you can put this box or frame wherever you want. That's the nice thing about stamping. It's you get to figure these things out. The happy birthday, all of these stamps that I use today come from the Label with Love stamp set. You don't need another stamp set. This little happy birthday fits right in the frame. I don't have to write it. It's very easy. Okay, now we're gonna do our flowers and our leaves. Let's start off with the leaves on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of figure out where I'm gonna want my flowers. Okay, and then I'm going to add my Petunia Pop flowers. I have to kind of figure out, okay, where do they all go? I'm just twisting them into place. See, that one goes there, that one goes there. Okay, it's close enough. And then we'll do this one more time. Okay, so after I did that, I noticed it kind of looked, you know, a little bit, it needed a little something. So I went back in with my leaves and I kind of filled in the spaces a little bit. So it looked like there was like a bush in the corner. And then right there, that's where a flower would be, I think. Let's see, right there. So I wanted it to look very full coming from that corner and looked kind of like bushy, like it was coming straight out of the corner. So you can kind of twist, and even here, I kind of feel like I want a few more little leaves here. So I'm gonna have to twist this just about right there to kind of have it come on a bit of a corner like that. And then I went in the corner here. You know what? This one is easier if you decide where your flowers are going to be first. Okay, and then we'll put the leaves on this one. Since we're only doing one little branch, then we do this. Okay, let's see. We twist. Twist, we twist, we twist. Okay. So isn't that cute? You know, that could just be a card itself. And what I would do if I were doing this, I might fill it out just a little bit more with flowers. And instead of just stamping right on the card, I would punch a separate shape out and put it up on dimensionals so that it would have like a little bit more dimension. I think that would be both the inside and the outside of this card, I think, would make good card fronts. Okay, so then I cut little pieces like 3/8 of an inch by 4 1/4. We'll bring our card back in, and we'll start by putting this one up top, and we'll put it right against the score line. Scoot that through. Okay. Then we're going to take our next piece. A little bit of glue in the center. And we'll slide that right underneath the paper. And then we'll take this last piece, and I noticed that for some reason my cardstock was just a teeny tiny bit shorter on one side. So we're going to take this, and even though this is 3/8 of an inch, it actually hangs off a little bit. So we're going to take that and cut it off. You can use scissors if you want to, but let's see if we can use our trimmer to do that. That's why it's good to start from the top of the card and work down, so that you can trim off the excess if you have any. Okay. So there we go. That is all there is to this card. So fun and easy. I love punch bundles. Like, truly, they are awesome because they are just super fun. Let me grab the punch to show you. I opted to get the punch bundle instead of the die bundle. I mean, I guess I could have purchased the dies separately, but I really do love a punch bundle. They're very, when you make projects with them, they're very quick to punch out. This is a nice size label that will hold a lot of different types of greetings in it for when you're building cards. So there we go. So cool. And then this was my original card that I made. So how fun. And then tomorrow, ribbon savers. Yay. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get that one out. I was just trying to figure out how to best do them, or how to do the project sheet and everything. So it just I wanted to be able to share the project sheet while I was doing the video. So that one won't be a live video. It is already pre-recorded. I've already loaded it up, so it will just go live as a blog post tomorrow on my blog, and then I'll figure out when I will send out the project sheet. Maybe Thursday. I'll send out the project sheet the very next day, so that you guys can have it. All right. Well, thank you if you've gotten this far. I hope you will subscribe to my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, ask me a question. I love it when I see people's comments, and I appreciate all of you so much. It really, going live for me is a lot different of a video than just doing a pre-recorded video. I have so much more energy. I love having you here with me, and I appreciate all of you that join me. Thank you so much. And for those of you who join me after the fact, I appreciate that too. I realize that not everyone can join me at the sporadic times I go live. I do go live every Tuesday and Friday morning though. So just look for me then. So I'm going to say hello to all of you. Good morning, Nancy. And she says, congratulations on 500. And Mary says, happy 500. Mary Ann says, congratulations. And hello, Kristen, Colorado. Hello, Valerie. And she says, woohoo. Hello, Karen from freezing New Jersey. Louise says, congratulations on number 500. Thank you. Hello, Verblue from very cold Missouri. Kristen says, that's amazing, 500. And it's a great legacy to continue with. You're right. You know, when I'm casing, I'm thinking of my team member and friend Catalina as I'm doing this, and I kind of am happy because this is her crafty thing that carries on, right? And I think that's really cool that we kept this is. It's been 5 years since we lost Catalina, and we're still going, and so that kind of makes me happy. Catalina has a crafting legacy. Kay says, congratulations. Mary says, beautiful lady. Yes, Catalina was beautiful. Adelaide's here from Germany. Cheryl's giving me hugs. Thank you. Oh, weepy today. My goodness. Valerie likes my number 47 card. Yeah, that was a very cute stamp set. Bella and Friends, designed by, I think it was designed by Angie Judah, because she had a dog named Bella, and very cute. And I actually coincidentally also had a dog named Bella. But Bella before Bella was a popular name. Yeah. Okay, keeping on going. Karen says, no apologies necessary for my weepiness. She was a special friend, and it's a good way to remember things. It is. It's a celebration and a remembrance all at the same time today. Carolyn also liked my number 47 card. Deirdre says, congratulations on number 500. Good morning, Dee, from the frozen tundra in Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my gosh. It's pretty cold here. We have not walked outside for like a day and a half because it's been that cold. And it's very icy. We had like several hours of rain right after several hours of snow. And all that rain, or some of it, turned into ice afterwards. So it's like a little bit of a skating rink out there. So we're going to give it a few days. Like, it's not planning on being above freezing for a while. So some of it's melting, though, because of the sunshine. But, yeah. A lot of people are suffering with snowy, wintry weather right now. But March is just around the corner. February I always feel is the worst winter month. Hello, Linda from Oregon. Hello, Marty. Hello, Deborah from Ohio. Deborah says, adorable card. Lori says, the inside of the card is so pretty. It's pretty rare that I put anything on the inside, but I have started decorating my envelopes a bit. Good for you, Lori. I know, you know what? I used to not do the insides of my cards, but I am now determined to do them because I'm not a very, I don't always have a lot to write inside my cards. Like, I have a lot in my head, but when I go to write it, it doesn't translate. So I usually do like a very short sort of greeting on the inside. So being able to put some images down on the card helps fill up that space a little bit and make it look a little prettier. So I'm hoping when the recipient gets my card, they know how much love I put into it. It's just not always, doesn't always come out in the words, right? So that's kind of the fun thing with decorating the inside. I used to stamp my envelopes, but I don't always do that now because I'm just usually rushed by that point. That I do love to stamp on them. It's just a time factor for me. Marty says Brenda's team is great. Thank you, Marty. Marty's on my team. But I love all my team members, so I appreciate that. I'm glad that you love my team. Miriam says, congratulations on 500. And it's thanks for the nice story of friendship with Catalina. Yes, it is a nice story. And it's so cool that we got a chance to meet at a stamping event. And next month, in March, mid-March, there will be... Actually, I guess I don't think I will even be skipping my Casing Tuesday because I leave on a Wednesday. There is a Stampin' Up! Event called On Stage in Raleigh, North Carolina. that I will be leaving for mid-March. And so I will be gone for a few days at that event. I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't know if any of you are going to On Stage that are on here right now, but I will definitely be there. And looking forward to spending some time with some other Stamping Up demonstrators. Let's keep going. Vera Blue says, happy 500 to you. Sandy says, congratulations on number 500 from Indianapolis. Hello, Mary. Kristen says she likes the stripe pattern on the designer series paper. I wonder if that would ever be a stamp or embossing folder in the future. You know, if you like that stripe pattern, I'm just going to wheel over to my other side of the room. This Forever Plaid embossing folder is not exactly the same, but if you get this one, this is a really lovely embossing folder that kind of has that same effect. I'm trying to think if we've had a background stamp like that in the past, but I can't remember at this point if we did, but this one's a great embossing folder if you want to kind of create that look on a card. Karen says she can't wait to see how to make that ribbon holder. It's so easy, and you will be very happy once you know how to make it. And Kay's also looking forward to the ribbon video. Sandy says, pretty, looks like a heart. I'm not sure which part you're talking about, but Kristen says, I like how you decorated the inside of the card. I agree. It would also make a good card front. Dee says, congratulations on 500. Karen says, beautiful card, and so does Mary. Marty says, you're having so much fun with that ribbon holder. You're making me smile. I'm so happy because if that roll of ribbon rolls right off my desk, it is not going to unroll feet and feet and feet of a ribbon until I can find it. Isn't it always the case? When that ribbon rolls, it doesn't just roll and like clunk over. It rolls, and it rolls under furniture, and you're on your hands and knees grabbing the ribbon roll, and then you have to ravel it all up, and in the meantime there's probably dust down there or little paper pieces that it's stuck to. It's just a mess. So it's good that we have a solution to that now. Marty says congratulations on number 500, and so does Catherine. And Florence says, I love your card. Hello, Naomi. Marty says, Catalina would be so proud of you. Well, thank you. I'm glad that we've continued on her legacy. That this is like a gift that she gave me, and now all of us, right? Dorothy says, wonderful to witness number 500 live. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. Kristen says she has the Forever Plaid embossing folder. Good. And she says, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, this would be very close to what I use today. And NJBRLB says she loves my boxes. Thank you. On Friday, I'll have another 3D project. I'm not sure what I'm doing this week, but I'm sure it will be good. I hope it will be good. Oh, Karen, are you going to be On Stage? That's awesome. Well, I hope you come up to me because you probably know my face very well. But I don't know other people's faces because even though I see your little avatar, they're very, very small. And so make sure you tell me who you are because I'll probably be overwhelmed because I'm one of those people that I can only take in small bits of information at a time, and afterwards I process all the information, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what happened, and this was this person. And I'm like, yeah. So if you see me being overwhelmed, just know it's not you, it's me. It just takes me more to process things. Marty says you can use the Forever Plaid embossing folder and then run a stamp pad over it for color. Yep, that would look nice. Hello, Janine. She's just said she came in, but happy 500th. And she says, I thank you for keeping Catalina's memory alive. She was so special. Aw, thank you, Janine. So on that note, please check out our Casing Tuesday Facebook group this week. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more people participating. I hope you will be one of those that does participate. Lori and I are sending out 2 prizes, remember, for people who join in. One will be a drawing, and one will be our favorite pick of the week. So please go ahead and do that. And thank you for being here with me and celebrating number 500. I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see some of you on Friday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.